Okay, looking good, looking good. Alright, and we're live. Hello everyone, Avery here. And once we get done with this, we should hopefully be back on the regular schedule, assuming things don't get delayed, which... Hmm, oh crap, they just might end up because... Well, a thought just occurred to me that this weekend is in Destiny, the big launch weekend of the new reprised raid that's dropping, and I'm actually looking to, for the first time ever, try to participate in a world first raid run. I have
Mm.
no realistic expectations of getting the world first or even completing the raid, but I still would like to try at least to attempt it. So there is a possibility that, assuming the clanmates are okay, same as with that Sherpa run we did once with when we did that King's Fall stream, if they'd be willing to have me stream our world first attempt. Although, again, I'm not sure if we're going to try to actually go and complete the world. Well, definitely not gonna. Well, I don't see. I don't realize. Mm, I think this is my confidence issues come into play because considering that there's gonna be a lot of serial world first people getting there, getting the world first is most likely not in the cards. But hopefully we can maybe still clear the raid and take a chunk out of contest mode during that 48 hour period. But
You goddamn right you can.
but yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see if everyone's willing to let me stream the attempt. Then that means that this Friday, if we end up doing the raid on Friday, could end up having that being a stream that day, and I'd have to once again push Yakuza back. But we'll see how things develop because there's still a little bit of scheduling that needs to do now that it's less than a week out. But that is for a little bit further down the road. Today, we're going back to Prey.
Mm.
And last time, oh my goodness. Well, I I was found out just how overconfident I was being at the end there. Oh, ah, I was thinking that okay, I'm getting good at this game. I'm building up my wrench build so I can go a la Bioshock, sneak up and kerwhack everything, knock them down, and just beat the snot out of them until they're dead. And that I was becoming more of the hunter than the prey. And I had finally taken my first Typhon mods uh, 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 to go and give myself some extra powers for extra utility, like being able to pull stuff to things that are stuff to me, because there are some things I can only get into by doing that. That mimic ability that allows me to turn into small objects to get through little holes in doors, which are, for some broken doors, the only way I can get through. Turns out, apparently, from that was what kind of doomed me. Because when I ended up deciding to go back to the hub area, because I was not able to open a certain door, so I was figuring backtracking and see if I could figure out why. When I got back to the hub area, and crap, my camera decided to bug out on me early. Uh, I will fix that while I keep doing the recap. But yeah, once I went back and got back to the central hub area, I found that not only was it suddenly infested with a lot more Typhon than there were before, I found something very big, very angry, and very much looking for me when I got back there. A little entity called the Nightmare.
Mm.
Very big, very fast, hits hard, so much so that even at full power, it was able to one-shot me. At full health, full armor, went down in one hit. And up, as it just so happens to seem, that is a thing that specifically comes out to hunt me down. It is actively searching for me, actively pursuing me. And it apparently comes by at a fairly regular clip. And I'm not at a point where I don't think I'm strong enough to realistically want to have a chance at fighting and killing it.
Mm.
So, yeah, a little bit of slice of humble pie right there.
Just a bit.
And camera's back on. Let's hope it actually sticks around. So, I did the off-stream backtracking that I said I was going to do to, try and see why I couldn't get in even though I picked up the card. And from what I could tell, there was nothing there. So I think it's just that I don't have access to the to the area where I need to use the card in. So, yeah. Which means I need to keep going further with the main story in order to gain access to that. Oh, so that's how I turn that on. Yay, I got that door open now. And which objective is that trying to point me to? So I gotta find Josh Dalton over in the guts. I think I'll look for him later. Because, yeah, I need to open more stuff in the main story, it seems. Oh, that does remind me, though, I did come across a few new enemy types I was able to get scans for. So as far as neuromods go, I now have the rest of the things unlocked that I can now use. I've unlocked the access to the lift field neuromods, where I can manipulate gravity to create a column of upward force that can trap enemies. And I've gotten the super thermal line, which allows me to create traps of superheated plasma that causes fire damage. That makes the enemies burn. Not to mention thermal resistance and absorption. And I also managed to pick up some materials from Neuromod, so I have enough to now get leverage too. Okay. So I just need another 6 Neuromods so I can get leverage 3, then I can force open any unpowered door and I can lift. Then maybe after that, because it sounds like I'm going to need at least one offensive psi power. So it sounds like the one that's the best would for me that was recommended to me, especially for some of the things, would be the Psycho Shock. But I'll wait for Psycho Shock after I get the Leverage 3. Now I can lift heavier stuff. And throw it harder, too. Okay. So, Bro's safe is up there. So how do I get up there? Yep. Already got all the stuff out of this room, save the one turret. Now, how am I going to get all the way up there? And God, keep my eyes peeled. Uh-oh, an etheric phantom. Okay, I need one more scan of them.
New psionic aptitude available.
Okay. Okay, sneaky. Oh. And... need to reload. Hey, big guy! Whoa! Zippy! Whew! Okay, wait for your little puddle of nastiness to go away. Now, where'd your corpse go? Because I want my loot. Deep storage is that way, so first things first. Keep searching around here for loot. And one more leverage thing, and I can even lift this heavy tape drive. Oops, supply crate.
Good afternoon, Talos. Join us in congratulating Dr. Lorenzo Calvino, winner of the Employee Innovation Award this quarter.
Okay, I can't get to Alex's room just yet because I need either the code for his gravity shaft or level 4 hacking. Both of which I do not have. Uh-oh, a thermal phantom.
Scan complete. New psionic aptitude available.
That was one of the new things I found that gave me access to the super thermal Typhon mods. And I'm going to need to find a way to go and deal with him because I need more materials to make neuromods, which means I need to hunt down these things. Oh, and a hidden mimic. Where'd your corpse go? It's dark in here. I can't see. There you go. And make sure I get a good shot.
Ah! Ah!
Okay. Mimics down. Oh, a greater mimic. I didn't see you. Okay. Alright. Let's got a fair bit more of this area to explore anyway. A looking glass scene selector. I get. I think I get. Basically, a little rec area for you, for the people who work here in the Arboretum. That's under construction. Aha! I was wondering what was behind here. I will take that medkit. Oh, and a greater mimic. Ow!
The greater mimic owl? What an
Two of
interesting
them.
species. Yes, what an interesting species. The greater mimic owl.
Well, that hurt. And looks like you gotta use that medkit right away. Oh, well, more Typhon stuff that I can use to make neuromods. I'll take that pistol, so if anything, it's just good for more scrapping. Oh, hey MT. Welcome. Hope you enjoy the stream. And hopefully I won't die too much to these alien space ink monster thingy. What even are the Typhon to begin with?
I mean, at the same point, it's funny if you do.
Yeah. That doesn't mean I'm gonna go out of my way trying to die.
Fair.
Because, you know, kinda goes against the whole point of things. Okay.
I've
Baseball
been...
glove. Synthetic material. Oh, someone's trying to play baseball here. Ooh, beer. Well, not full on baseball, just pitching and batting. Judging by the duck beer, the pizza box, the bases, the pitcher's mound and home plate.
I guess you could call Typhon, like, goo? In a sense? They're aliens, that's for one.
Oh, undoubtedly.
Yeah, like, I was looking up, like, how the wiki described Typhons. I'm saying aliens, I'm like, huh.
Okay. Thermal Phantom.
Vital signs critical.
Crap! Okay, gonna have to use the shotgun. I do not have a lot of ammo for that. Okay, first things first. Noise transfer. Okay. Didn't want to use that if I didn't have to, but I needed to. Ow! Okay. Well, that could have gone a bit smoother, and I wasted way too many recycler things.
Mm.
Okay. I think I can probably move on to the to deep storage now. At least until I can gain access to the crew quarters.
Hmm.
Oh, and that's me opening the door to the airlock for the Arboretum. Now I can get in here from space.
Ivy, what is it?
How's it coming?
I can't get this damn thing open. Where's Danielle?
Still not answering. What's wrong?
Danielle tied the lock to her voice. We need her to speak the key phrase or we're not getting in here.
Would voice samples work? Transcribe?
Huh. Horden Baffle's treasure map.
Recordings?
Yes.
Yeah, it just got
if
the,
they have the
just
right
picked up
words.
the key card to the
Or
crew
if we
quarters.
gathered enough to map her voice to a consonant and vowel list and started running patterns.
I'll see if I can find her. Or her transcribe. I'll check her room first.
All right, Ivy, but look, don't do anything stupid, okay? Ivy? Ivy? Shit. Damn it, Danielle, where are you?
It's unlikely Chief Show is still alive. I advise you follow Zachary West's strategy. Hack together voice samples. Your transcribe is equipped with the necessary software. It's how you made my voice. Danielle's cabin might be a good place to get started.
Well, looks like I just need to go forward to get access to the crew quarters. I guess it is the one of the stumbling points when you're in the mindset to try and be thorough with exploring before pushing the main story objectives, because you know, for fear of finding those objectives leaving you a little. Oh, the bridge. I don't think I've been here yet. Or have I? Oh, yes, I have. This is where I go to get to the to the. Or have I? Yeah, screw it. Let's just go and see and make sure. Yeah. For fear of progressing through the story, locking you out of certain places, because, there's been plenty of instances of that before in games past.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, hard. I mean, there's that classic feeling of you're going. You got like a couple of paths before you want to go and explore everything for you, so you don't miss missables. You go down what you think is going to be the wrong path, but you find out, oh crap, it's the right path, and now I've lost out. In some cases, literally, because then you're locked out and you can't go back there either until much later or at all. So, understandable that I'd be a little bit hesitant to try and push things forward too far without doing proper exploration first. Command deck and escape pods. Busted turret here. Whoa! Hey, get off, get off!
Okay.
So there are two mimics. No wonder that supply crate went flying into my face. Oh,
I
crap.
just wanted to say hi.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the mimic that was trying to aliens rape my face.
Don't want alien wing wong in your face.
Yeah, that's kind of less than
Kind
ideal.
of a turn off. Yeah, I get that.
Okay, that takes me down to the escape pods. Ooh, what's down here? Crawl space. This is potentially dangerous territory. I'm thinking I've not been here yet. So this is a new area for me to explore. I gotta admit, this psychoscope is quite handy because it gives much of the same effect as turning a flashlight on without turning a flashlight on. In some ways, it's a little bit better than a flashlight. Get me with the spooky, scary noises, eh? Got a big spotlight focused on a coffee cup. Methinks that someone working down here suspected that coffee cup was a mimic.
Hmm.
Yeah, sparky hole here.
Inspecting. Your suit's leaking. I'll match that for you once I have complete.
Ah, it's the other side of that area where that door is, and I see a voltaic phantom. Or, if I think that's what their name is, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that one phantom I found back in the Arboretum, that was a Bernie one. This is a Shocky one. Buy some spare parts. Back up. Yep, Voltaic Phantom. And yeah, they do the shocky just by walking.
Ooh.
New psionic aptitude available.
I got one more recycler charge left, so first things first, null wave transmitter to stop them from being all shocky.
Good afternoon, Talos. In the event of a loss of atmosphere, gravity, or other serious emergency, please report to the nearest muster station.
Whew. Food, I will happily take.
Yum, yum, yum.
I mean, the food helps me heal.
Exactly. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, 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 yum.
And another game that likes to make it so you want to heal, you want to get healthy again, just stuff your maw full of as much food as you can cram down there.
But I'm not hungry anymore. Don't care. Eat.
Yeah, it's only kind of a surprise that a lot of some of these survival type pro tags don't end up kind of chubby by the time they reach the end of their adventure.
Yeah, but at the same point, you realize how much they're walking and moving.
At the same time, you can only burn off so much by walking and moving.
Fair, fair.
At some point, there's gonna be a bit of a breach, a gap between how much you're putting in and how much you're burning off.
That's fair.
Ooh, medkit fabrication plan. What do we have here? We have a level 1 hacking lock. And safe unlocked.
Hmm.
Ooh, 2 neuromods. Sweet. Two free neuromods? They don't need to craft? Thank you, please.
You'll take that.
I just need to find 4 more. Okay, so this... I'm guessing is bridge meeting room. Manual override.
Scan complete.
Okay, one more Voltaic Phantom I need to complete my research.
New psionic aptitude available.
Another one of these suckers I need to kill, but I am short on ammo for. Well, thank you for replacing the shotgun shells I used to take you down with a little bit of extra. Yep, briefing room. So that little sidetrack ended up paying off. So this is the bridge of the whole space station. Or at least the area that leads to the bridge. Communications and Captain's Loft. Chipsets. Got enough room for another 2. Oh, beam shielding reduces damage taken from laser attack. Thank you. And psi amp. Sneak attacks restore a small amount of psi and camera when Kaputskis again. Fan-bloody-tastic. Yeah, at least I can. It's at a point where I can pause.
That's good.
Is it just me, or it seems like it's when I'm playing this particular game that the camera starts to be particularly more erratic than usual? I'd have to potentially wait and see for a third stream and go back to check the previous Prey stream and see if there's a pattern there. Because for some games like tonight, for example, it seems like the camera is just deciding to go and crap out on me, repeatedly. Other games can go without going until close to the end or at all. Okay. I'm also now debating whether or not to hold off on the Leverage 6 and go for some cheaper ones first so I can get the ones I need so I can start getting extra chipsets on my Psychoscope so I can, because, I'm not getting rid of the thing that allows me to detect hidden mimics, and having scans go faster is a godsend, so I'm going to need to get some upgrades if I want to include things like reduce the psi cost of telepathic powers, give me a resistance to Psychoshock, and having the sneak attacks restore my psi energy. Let me take a little look-see for upgrades since I'm here. I am currently sitting on 5 weapon upgrade kits. And there are 6 more upgrades for my shotgun, which requires Gunsmith 2. Huh. Probably gotta find more / be able to make more as I go along. Once again, I get to the question of where and how to efficiently spend my neuromods. Because one of the things that's been pointed out to me is that apparently if I put a lot of neuromods into my Typhon mods back to back, it'll make the big nightmare more aggressive. They'll just legit be able to sneak up on me without me having any kind of sign that they're there until they're literally right on top of me. So it sounds like to try and have myself the best route, it would be a good idea. It would be a advisable idea for me to intersperse some Typhon mods alongside my core abilities. But the more Typhon mods I load myself with, I'll eventually cross over a threshold to where the auto turrets will start to stop identifying me as a human and start identifying me as a hostile alien entity. Because, I mean, yeah, there are a few of these that I'm probably going to need. At least Psycho Shock, because it is an offensive ability that could potentially help me with hunting, with hunting the nightmare and turning the tables on it. Mind Jack, also to force biological enemies to end hostilities and free humans from mind control. Is there one of these that does the same thing of nullifying their psi abilities? Morph we've got. I definitely want to take these two mods here, Regeneration and Regeneration 2. Because once I get Regeneration 2 from the Morph category, it means when I take damage, I can regenerate up to 25 health immediately after taking said damage. Which, you know, is going to really help my survivability, but seems to... Because, yeah... Technically speaking, I still can't get all of these yet because although I can look at them, they are not unlocked yet. And in order to get the Regeneration 2 unlocked, I need to scan more nightmares. Yeah, because I think that's the biggest thing that's telling me that these aren't fully unlocked yet because it's still giving me a list of scannable targets.
Oh.
So, yeah, I'm pretty sure these ones that still are talking about scannable targets are ones that I still need to finish my research in order to have them fully unlocked. Because, I mean, heck, a lot of these things here are going to help me with survivability. The resistance mods will help me take less damage from certain types of attacks and hazards, and then absorption allows me to absorb half of all that particular type of damage as psi points, so I can be more liberal with using my psi abilities, and just whatever damage I do take I'll heal a bit from and I'll get energy back from. Then we got my core stuff. Because we got the stuff that's really big for survival. Because I got the ones to increase my health, to increase my stamina, increase my sprint speed and jump height. I could get more stuff for the stealth, make it easier for me to sneak around. It seems like a lot of stuff I'm working on for my core stuff is here in the engineer category. I mean, we got leverage 3, so I can lift heavy stuff. We got gunsmith 2, so I can fully upgrade my security weapons. Repair 3, so I can fix and fortify turrets. Oh, and apparently get increased efficiency with spare parts and suit patch kits, so that way I can use less spare parts. I still need to get the final suit modification so I can max out my suit chipsets and max out my inventory. As well as the dismantle, so I can get more stuff from destroyed operators and just get more, break down more stuff in my inventory, get materials, and possibly pulverize so I can have a chance to do extra damage with my wrench. Oh, I'm also tempted to use the 2 neuromods I got now for the psionic aptitude, because it'll give me a higher psi pool, but that will open the door to the mods that can give me more chipsets on my psychoscope. I have a bit of a habit of overthinking these things, it seems.
Yeah. Don't we all?
Fair.
Trust me, I overthink everything.
Okay, let's look down here. Oh, engineering operator. Please fix my suit.
No.
Inspecting. Your suit's leaking. I'll patch that for you.
Yeah, I don't think there's a way to improve my suit past 100. Or at least not one that's readily available or visible right now.
Carefully.
Oh, there's a key card for the briefing room. Too bad I already got in the briefing room by taking the cramped approach. Power plant. Oh, that wasn't a window. That was more smart glass. So, this truly is the bridge, then. I was just getting a look at it from the outside because of the smart glass. I gotta admit, though, the concept of smart glass in this game is quite interesting. I mean, the kind of glass that can project media that has actual depth to it. Ah, crap! Man, I got sidetracked. Okay, now before I got interrupted, Jada Mark's cabin. Shuttle landing countdown, Seattle facility. Remote detonate scuttle charges. I got 5 minutes and counting for this. A shuttle is landing here. Okay, I'm going to save real quick before I press any buttons. Oh, wait. If I press this remote detonate skull charges thing, that shuttle that is landing will blow up. Which also means that one guy who is down in the one room won't have a means of getting off of this place once I...
Good afternoon, Talos. Don't forget that TranStar safety standards call for a weekly inspection of your uniform. Report to the hardware labs for a diagnostic.
Talos 1. PA system. Station-wide announcements are pre-recorded and played according to regular schedule rotation. Disable. An evacuation announcement, huh? Huh. Okay, that gives me a little bit of a dilemma there, because my whole mission here is to basically to scuttle the space station and myself with it, because... Oh, it looks like another chip. What do we got? Ooh, we have another chip for my headset. Oh, Governor 1400 SI increases the duration of machine mind and mind jack abilities. That'd be useful. Hey, don't clip through the couch when I'm looting you. That was rude, Bill. Or was I in my thought process? Oh, yes. I mean, if the whole thing is I'm too contaminated in order to be allowed back on Earth, I have to die along with this space station, what does that say for the rest of the survivors who are on here? I mean, do I give the evacuation order? I mean, I could wait for the shuttle landing thing to count down for the shuttle to arrive and then give the evacuation order and try and get some survivors out that hopefully they aren't as corrupted as I am, because they haven't been the ones who have been relentlessly experimented on for who knows how long with neuromods that were made using invasive alien DNA. So we got 1 minute till until that shuttle arrives. Okay. Before it's too late. cargo bay. Okay, so... Oh, crap. I've got... Oh, okay, I've got 45 seconds now, and I'm pausing now so I can actually take time to think this out, because if that message on the computer is accurate, that means that that shuttle is heading to Earth right now. Not here, to Earth. They're 45 seconds out from landing on Earth, and, well, they departed before the big first alarm, which means, though they were inspected, they may not have been inspected properly, so there might be mimics and Typhon on board, which means that, okay, if I let them touch down on Earth, that means that even if I do succeed in blowing up the space station and myself with it, that would mean all for naught if there's some Typhon that were on that shuttle that is about to land in Seattle. But if there's no Typhon on board, then I'm just blowing up and scuttling the ship and killing people for no reason. And once again, this game has gotten me to a point where I am stopping and spending a lot of time debating the moral implications of a choice that they are having me make. I mean, I had that long talk in the tutorial where they were giving me the streetcar railroad switch puzzle thing. I had another one of these conversations when we found that one guy in the experimental lab, where they had his rap sheet listed with a bunch of, oh my god, this guy has absolute scum charges. But at the same time, considering that Big Brother Alex has been experimenting on me for potentially several years now with the whole thing of installing neuromods and removing them, and just when the neuromods are removed, all my memories that were imprinted since it was put in go bye-bye. So he's been having me relive the same day over and 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 over again, just basically having me test a whole bunch of neuromods and then resetting me back at the end of it all for who knows how long, just making the same day my entire life. And of course, even though there is supposed to be a protocol to bring me back up to speed after that, he decided to elect to not follow through with that, because I make a much better test subject, his own sister, when I am completely unaware that I have been living the same day for however many days, months, years. So him going and taking a volunteer and editing their profiles to list them as being like a big bad that would encourage the scientists there to press the button that would kill them, because that was the choice there. I can either release a bunch of Typhon into his containment space, have them kill him and follow through with the experiment, or let him loose. And it doesn't help that when he was saying talking about his rap sheet right as I was reading it, he said some of it might be true, that it potentially lends some credence, but at the same time, I couldn't let go of the fact that my brother doctored my entire life just for the sake of his experiments. I would not put it past him to doctor a volunteers' records to make them seem like they're horrible filth that would have the scientists there feel more inclined to push the kill them button. Because yeah, there was a lot of really bad stuff on that rap sheet, which as much as I hate to admit, I probably would have been more toward. Even when I was writing it, I had that sense of disgust kind of pushing me more towards the kill him button. But then again, that's the one part that was kept nagging at me was the whole thing is, yeah, brother is a scumbag who will do anything for his experiments because he refuses to just cannot accept failure. It also doesn't help that the volunteers on here aren't even listed by their names. Because I visited the volunteer quarters, and there are no names in there. There are only serial numbers. The people who are there as volunteers for these experiments, they're not treated as people. They're treated as resources, like cattle. Like their names are redacted. They only have serial code numbers that they are identified by. So they are basically not treated as human anymore. So of course, you're getting rid of their names. You're faking their histories to make them seem like they're all child killers, pedophiles, drug lords. Jeez, some crow, Alex. What is wrong with you?
Jesus Christ, what the fuck did I walk back in on?
Me getting into another rant about these decisions that they keep throwing my way, that ends up getting me on long tirades because I don't know what to do.
Yeah, like I said, I just went, grabbed an ice cream, I came back, and all of a sudden I hear all this.
Right. So I was basically going back and ranting a little bit on some of those previous ones. The one with the tie to the railroad with a lever, one person versus five people thing that they had at the very beginning, and then the one where they had that one guy in the eye who you could either press the button to kill them by running the experiment or free him.
Ah.
And now they've got another one, which I spent a bit of time debating, and now the clock has run down. And I paused because now that the clock is only 45 seconds left, and I've been probably sitting here ranting for about 5 minutes at the very least. Basically, there is two things here. There is a button that's telling me that there is this shuttle that I originally thought was going to be landing here on the station.
Mm-hmm.
However, it is apparently landing in Seattle, which most likely means planet side.
That's what I'm about to say. I'm like, how do you confuse space with Seattle?
Because I just saw that it was a ship that was coming into dock. I didn't know it was going to Seattle until about 5 minutes ago.
Well, to be fair, I'm mostly just talking about them in there.
Yeah. But basically, when I went in to read one of the emails that was on the computer here in the captain's loft, it basically was the email saying that the ship departed from the station before the first alert went out where the Typhon started going crazy. And I'm saying that they inspected the ship before departing, but that was with the inspection details from before the Typhon broke out, so they may knowing what they know now, they probably didn't know what to look for when inspecting it the first time, which means that shuttle potentially has Typhon hiding on there that were missed in the inspection because they didn't know what to look for.
Oof.
Which means if I complete my objective and blow up the station myself on it to keep the Typhon from getting to Earth and potentially dooming the planet, because they're basically the ultimate invasive species. Because there is no place on Earth that they are native. They are 100% pure invasive. It would make all the sacrifices I make up here completely moot if they got to Earth because a shuttle missed the inspections and didn't realize there were Typhon hidden on board. Which leads me to the second thing here, which is a button to activate a protocol which will scuttle the ship, which will blow it up and take them down. It will destroy the ship, destroy everything that's on the ship, and if there are Typhon on there, it'll keep them from getting to the Earth. Meaning my mission here is still can prove meritorious. However, if there aren't Typhon on the ship, then I am blowing up a ship and killing the people inside for no reason. Because with 45 seconds left on the clock now, there is no time for me to get a message out to them saying, "Turn back, you might be compromised. Do not land, and do not open up. Keep that cane. Check again, and make sure that there aren't any Typhon hiding on there. And if I don't hear back from you in so and so amount of time, or you try to land without reporting back, then I will initiate the scuttle protocols."
I mean, I can look stuff up for you if you always want. You know that, right?
I know, but at the same time, I'm also trying to... I mean, we ultimately end up looking things up with that last thing with the guy and the trumped up report on him, where the good ending was apparently to release him and try and get him off of the station.
Yes.
So, I mean, we might ultimately end up doing that here, but I'm just trying to work through the implications here, because, yeah, once I unpause this, I've only got 45 seconds left to either do nothing and let them land, hope for the best, or press the button to scuttle the ship to make sure that nothing contaminated from this station makes it to the Earth. And honestly, oodalali.
Well, the funny thing, you say this is technically an allusion to the trolley problem.
Oh, fuck, it is. And it is another version of the trolley problem. Though it has extra layers to it. The trolley problem is really simple. It's a simple matter of numbers, nothing more. You got one person tied to one set of tracks, five people tied to a second set of tracks. You can't save them both. Do you send? You're the only one who can do it. You have to throw the switch. Do you send the trolley down the track with a single person, or down the track with the 5 people? With that setup, it basically boils down to a simple matter of numbers. Which is worth more, saving the 1 person or saving the 5 people? And isolated from everything else, if it's just numbers, could ration. The logical thing there is to save the 5 people. Where that gets muddy is when there's additional context thrown into it. Like for one extreme example is you got 1 people and 5 people, but the one person is a doctor or a scientist who has unique skills and abilities, and the 5 people are 5 people who are infected with a terminal disease, or since we're in kind of in the survival horror type genre here, we'll say people who are infected with zombie plague. Now, the one scientist guy has the skills and abilities to concoct a cure for the zombie plague. The 5 people are going to be brain eaters in due time. So, in that sense, the scales would tip a bit to saving the 1, because the 1, though in the moment you're losing 5, but with the 1 being still alive, being able to use his abilities, then you could then by extension save 5 million.
If you're ready, I looked it up.
In a little.
Oh, just tell me when you.
No, I thank you. I do appreciate it. Just
Or,
this thing's gotten me on a rant. I normally don't think of myself super ranty, but this thing's went and got me ranty so I'm trying to get it out of my system.
if I'm gonna be honest, you might be ranty after I tell you what I say.
Ugh.
Do you want to know?
You know what? Let's rip off the Band-Aid.
It doesn't have any effect on the ending or anything. It's literally just a what would you do thing. Yeah. They literally put this in and
They put this in just to make us suffer.
it has no bearing or anything. It's just a thought experiment.
Oh, which means that it doesn't matter what I do, so I need to make a decision.
Yep.
So,
That's why I said it might.
Yeah. Great.
Oh, in all honesty. Some people theorize since it could just be an oversight on their part, but if you do press the button and kill them, it doesn't affect your progress for the do no harm achievement,
Oh, fuck.
Could mean they're already dead.
Yeah. That's also an option I hadn't considered yet. That if there is Typhon on there, there's a chance that they're already dead, and by the time people are gonna see the shuttle land there, because these things I'd imagine have a degree of automation on there. Because technically speaking, modern planes, commercial airplanes, are effectively capable of flying and landing themselves. The pilot and co-pilot that are still there, though, for redundancy purposes. Okay.
Yeah, I'd rather have a person flying me.
Yeah. So if we have modern airplanes here that can effectively fly themselves, they just have pilots. They're still for redundancy purposes, because there's better to have the extra redundancies just in case something does go wrong, than to not have them when they're needed. So a space station like this most assuredly is going to have some autopilot landing capabilities, especially for something as complicated as atmospheric entry.
Looks like you just convinced yourself.
I've not convinced myself just yet. Because, yeah, now we have another potential factor there. We got outcome A is that they're still alive on there. The thing is clean. There's no Typhon on there, and they're just going to land there not like normal. We got option B, that there is Typhon on there, and they don't know it yet, meaning that they are unknowingly delivering, basically, end of the world to the world.
Mm-hmm. Well, think of it.
Then there's option C, which is there are Typhon there, they're already dead, and someone's going to go and open the thing up and find, oh fuck.
Yeah, think of it this way. You have the opportunity to actually discuss all this, but in reality, if this was really you would only have so much time.
5 minutes.
Exactly, so just try to imagine what you would do in those 5 minutes.
I'd probably lock up. I'd probably end up locking up, just feeling overwhelmed by the decision that all I can do is press a button and potentially end someone's life. But at the same time, what if I'm wrong? What if the thing really is clean?
Well, there's your answer then. In my opinion, like I said, if that's what you would do, I would say that.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm also taking full advantage of this opportunity to pause and have effectively a hyper-time internal dialogue.
Yeah, no, I know. I just figured, that's just a way to help.
Yeah.
That's how I see it, at least.
Yeah, but yeah, basically. But
see, me personally, I think you go with the option of saving the most lives. If I could,
Yeah, and let me finish, please.
Oh, I thought you were done. Sorry.
No, because with this additional potential outcome, that means that we have three potential situations with that ship right now. We got the one, everything's clean, everything's all clear. We got one that they are currently alive, but they're carrying. They are basically Typhoid Mary to give the Earth a horrible case of crabs that it might never recover from. Or we have it that they are still going and delivering planet crabs, but they're already dead. So we have 2/3 of the possible situations being that that there is something bad coming, putting the whole populace of Earth at risk.
Essentially, it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, because I mean, either way, I'm going to be blowing up the station and with myself on it. I'm potentially going to try and see if I can get some survivors off of the station, because they might still be clean enough to warrant being able to head back. With how much I've been experimented on, I'm apparently way too far gone to head back. So when this station blows up, I'm blowing up with it. And trying to say it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, with that one guy, we freed him, and we're gonna try and help him get off the station, because give him a second chance at life, especially considering that his record has likely been dramatically altered and trumped up by Alex. But in this case, as much as I hate the idea of it, I think I'm going to have to scuttle the ship, because the odds are too much in favor of the.
Like I say, I do get that, and I can see where you're coming from. And like, if anything, if it has a little cutscene, you can make a save, so you can see what happens in both cases. You know.
Right, I'm going to save then.
Like
Yeah.
I said, in that way, you can do it more so free if they actually show something or say something about it, you know?
And all it says is telemetry lost, destruction confirmed. That still feels pretty awful.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I can't imagine anyone would want to feel good after that.
I have no idea how long I've just been ranting about that because of that decision.
A little bit.
But I suppose it's where's credit is due. This game has got me ranting thrice now with some of these decisions.
Mm-hmm.
They had to throw these big, heavy thought experiment type decisions my way.
Mm.
I mean, in its own way, it's kind of bad enough that Phantom
Mm.
and a cystoid nest to boot. Found the escape pods. Okay, wait for a Phantom to get close enough for me to whack him. Come on, move to a spot where I can get behind you and wind up to smack you. That'll do. And zoom for a nice clear shot. Bang. Okay, cystoid nested, cystoids popped. a new chip. Once again for the bloody scope. Decreases the cooldown time of psi powers. Okay, I need to get some more chipsets with the scope now, because they're giving me a lot of scope chips. Nowhere near as many as they're giving me for the suit. So many dead on the space station. I mean, there's still a handful of survivors, but...
Well, my first thought was just, like Krieg just going, too many questions or something like that.
Open up. Oh, I could actually get into and launch an escape pod. You know what? I bet there's an achievement for achievement and an ending for getting into an escape pod and launching. After I finish exploring around here to make sure I get any loot, maybe I can do a little save and experiment and see that. A little something comparably, well, I don't know if it would be considered light by any means, but... Oh, there's that little cystoid. That thing was annoying me. So, what do you say? We do a little savey save and see if there is something to do about all this?
Good afternoon, Talos. Lunch is served in the cafeteria from 12 to 2 p.m. Please refer to the weekly upgrade for today's menu.
Okay, we'll do a save. And hop in one of these pods and see what happens. And then we can just reload the last save.
This escape pod is currently experiencing a malfunction. Engineering has been notified. Please use another.
Okay, that one's busted. And I'm betting this one will likely be the same.
This escape pod is currently experiencing a malfunction. Engineering has been notified. Please use another.
Alright. I'm going to try all these until one of them works. Or none of them work.
This escape pod is currently experiencing a malfunction. Engineering has been notified. Please use another.
I do recall hearing something about there being an escape pod ending. If none of these work, there must be something else I need to do in order to trigger it.
This escape pod is currently experiencing a malfunction. Engineering has been notified. Please use another.
And yes, I am going to try all 6 of these escape pods to see if one of them activates. At this point, I'm thinking it's going to be a case of no, none of them are going to activate.
This escape pod is currently experiencing a malfunction. Engineering has been notified. Please use another.
And I'm guessing it's going to be much the same for this one here.
This escape pod is currently
Yep.
experiencing a malfunction.
So
Engineering
there
has
is
been
an escape
notified.
pod ending.
Please use another.
I need to do something more in order to trigger it.
Is this part of a side quest?
Probably.
Huh.
Ow, ow! More cystoids I missed. Oh well, they went pop. Oh, that's all for this area. At least for now.
There is an ending. Let's see. There's several steps necessary to get the point. You got Alex's safe key code, I assume.
Yep, I just need to get up to his office. For that,
Yeah,
I need to either get the access code to the elevator that leads to his office, or unlock level 4 hacking and successfully hack the elevator.
So you haven't got his there yet.
No, I have not.
Well, that's where the escape pod key is.
So I need to find the code to get up to his office then, or get enough. Get enough neuromods to upgrade level. I need to get the level 4 hacking. Whichever comes first. Back to the Arboretum. And then onward to crew quarters. Oh fuck!
They got my attention.
Nightmare!
Oh, that's a nightmare.
Obstruction detected. Please scan energy level complete. New
No! Ah! Get away! Fuck you, Phantom! I'm too busy with your big brother! Help! Get away from me! No time to deal with you, Phantom! No time to deal with you, Phantom! I got something much bigger on my ass! Can he fit down here? Can he fit down here? Please tell me he can't fit down here. Please don't let him fit down that big hole, that little hole. Please don't let him fit down that little hole. Please let this be a safe spot. Please let this be a safe spot. Go away! Go away! I think I'm in a safe spot. 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. Fuck me. Go away! Go away!
Mm-hmm. I like how you're whispering to it like it's a cat.
At least I was able to get a scan before it killed me. So, one down. One more down. 4 more to go, I think. I'll check when he's gone.
Mm.
He's gone.
Good evening, Talos. Dr. Hadley.
Research. Nightmare. Okay. Research 2 out of 5. I need 3 more scans of nightmares to get everything from him.
Will deliver a supplemental seminar.
And good news, the research for Regeneration 2 is now complete.
Woo!
And I have 3 neuromods, so I could go and get myself Regeneration 1 if I wanted. Okay. So... okay. Minor contemplation time. I have a few options for how to spend my neuromods at this point moving forward. Option 1. Spend 2 points on psionic aptitude, which will increase my psi pool, and open up the door for psychotronics, which will finally allow me to get more chip slots on my psychoscope to use some of those mods that have started coming in. Which I'll need 3, 5, and 6 after that. And even just getting 3 for the extra 2 would be handy. Because right now I've only got 2, which allows me to detect hidden mimics and complete scans faster, because that faster scan definitely helped me survive and run from that nightmare. Which would leave me 2 slots to put in the option of 1, reducing the cost of my telepathic powers. 2, give me a resistance to Psychoshock. 3, having sneak attacks restore some of my psi energy. 4, increasing the duration of my machine mind and mind jack abilities. And 5, decreasing the cooldown time of my psi powers. Honestly, the ones that are looking the most tempting to me right now is the ones to decrease cooldown time, the one to reduce the cost, and the one for have me to use sneak attacks to get some of that psi back. And that's, of course, assuming I get to a point where I can start using them more often, which means I need to have the offensive psi power. Because, again, I'm looking at my neuromod options. I think I can hold off a little on doubling the effectiveness of medkits, and because the medkits are still doing a pretty decent chunk of my health, but once I get like another 1 or 2 upgrades to increase my total health, the doubled medkits will be much more desirable at that point. I need 6 and 8 to get into the next level of hacking. And yes, part of the for those of you thinking about this, I am stalling now to recover from being hunted by the bloody nightmare. Could go 6 to get the final leverage.
Okay, wait. I just want you to know, I just want to say this just to make a joke. But before I say this, I'm joking. Wimp! Not really. I don't blame you. For the record, I just wanted to say that.
Sure. Okay, we could go get another 3-6 for gunsmith, so I can fully upgrade my security weapons, and which means if I can get one more weapon upgrade kit, once I get that gunsmith 2, I'd be able to max out my shotgun.
Nice.
Because I'd imagine if I get to the point where I'd want to be able to kill the nightmare when it shows up instead of having to run and hide from it. And a comment was left here, not on stream but in the server. Shotgun would be quite helpful with that, just pumping it full of shotgun shells, especially with the shotgun fully powered. Could go for 6 for suit mod 3, which give me the last of the chipsets for the suit and max out my inventory space. Could get dismantle right now, which would allow me to break down equipment in my inventory into spare parts and recover spare parts from destroyed operators. So if I come up to corrupted operators, I can get more spare parts that I can use to repair stuff. I think I can, for the moment, hold off on getting pulverized because it's only a 25% chance to do bonus damage with a wrench attack. I mean, I'd imagine that 25% bonus would definitely come in handy here and there, but I'll figure. But in due time, eventually, I will fully upgrade myself. It's just trying to be picky and choosy about where to upgrade myself in the here and now. Because then there's the option for the ones that increase my health. Because at 3, 5, and 8, I can increase my health to 150, 200, and 300. There's one to increase my stamina to 125 and 150, so I can get more swings with my wrench and sprint longer. Mobility. I can run faster, climb faster, and jump higher.
Yeah, I also do like the idea of thinking about the escape pod ending, just be like this. So what? So what did you do? I just left. What? I just left.
And of course, there's still the possibility of more Typhon mods. Because I don't have anything in the energy, and those are the ones where I can start getting certain things. Kinetic Blast, that does damage, that just deals straight up damage and pushes things away. Electrostatic Burst, that's an AoE attack, and can also disrupt electronic equipment and stun things. Got Super Thermal, which can leave traps that can make things burn. I've already got Morph, so I've got Mimic Mask, so I can just go to mimic bigger items. And Phantom Shift, that can allow me to basically teleport and leave a double behind. Because some of these things also are the ones that lead to the resistance things. Because, yeah, the resistance, I take half damage from certain damage types and hazards. Then the absorption allows me to take whatever half of the damage I receive and absorb it as psi points, further fueling me using my psychic abilities. The big one here that I want to get is Regeneration 1 and 2. And I did already put my most recent one was getting Leverage 2, so if I wanted to interspace some of my Typhon mods with my core mods, this would be the time to potentially do it. Because let me look at the data again. What it says for the nightmare? Its weakness is psychic. Which means a Psycho Shock being a psychic attack would be a great weapon for me to use against the nightmare, because it does psychic attack damage and nullifies psi abilities. So getting Psycho Shock could give me more of a fighting chance against the nightmare. So, I have 3 neuromods, so I could get Psycho Shock right now, which would open the gates to not just a further upgraded Psycho Shock, but also getting Mind Jack. So if I'm facing humans who are being mind controlled, I could use Mind Jack to shut them down without hurting them. But if I get Psycho Shock now, I would have to in order to try and space them out. I'd have to go and pick one of my core ones to go after that. Especially if I want to at least initially do a core Typhon to get some of my survivability stuff going. Which in this case would be Psycho Shock, Mind Jack, and Regeneration. So that is 4 abilities. So I'm going to need 3 and 5, 8 for the Regeneration fully. I'll need another 2, so 10 neuromods to get the Mind Jack and the Regeneration after I get Psycho Shock, if I get Psycho Shock right now. Which means I need 3 core abilities. So what would be the best route to go for that? So I'm already looking at 10 for 10 neuromods for getting 10 neuromods in order to get the stuff that I more immediately want from the Typhon mods, and hope that's not enough to put me over the machine gun threshold. So what 3 would I need, and how many would that call for? I suppose 3, I could go Psionic Aptitude and the first Psychotronics, which would be 5. So 15. And 3 for Dismantle, maybe, so I can get more spare parts. So that would be 18 neuromods I need in total, on top of the 3 I currently have that I would spend on Psycho Shock. I think that might be a potential route. I can always pick different core items to boost me instead. But those would be probably some of the more cost-effective ones. Because, for example, instead of the Dismantle, I could also go for Toughness to give me more health. Because I'm going to need more health to be able to survive that bastard. I think that might be a route to go. For core, if I don't try to get Leverage 3 first, and Gunsmith 2 first, because those are 6 and 6 apiece, so that would be 10, so 22, and 25 if I want to get the toughness and the upgrades for Gunsmith and Leverage, so I can max out my shotgun, so I can do the most damage to the bastard. Plus, I can also pick up really heavy things and throw them at him to do damage as well. Okay. I think I'm going to commit to that thing. So I'm going to start by getting Psycho Shock now with the 3 neuromods I've got, which I am doing now. I now have Psycho Shock. Can now later get Mind Jack. But I think the next thing I'm probably going to focus on is Regeneration. But first, I need a core ability to balance that out. So, I think I should focus on getting Leverage 3 next, above all else. Because Leverage 3 can allow me to backtrack to certain areas where there are literal closed doors that I'll be able to force open and grab a bunch of what looked to be exotic material that was just sitting behind doors that couldn't be opened because I didn't have enough strength to open them, which it could let me get a lot and make a lot more neuromods. Because that's the biggest thing that I need to make neuromods is those exotic materials.
Exotic butters. Exotic butter.
And thank you, Carl, with 2 gift subs to Stormy and Orsk.
Gotta help his boo.
Oh, and I apparently missed some bits earlier because I was kind of, at the time, a little in ranty mode because of that thought experiment decision they gave us back there.
Neural connectomes in the lobby training center later this week. Space is limited, so reserve your seat by emailing Dr.
Okay, I
Gordon.
now have 3 psi powers. I'm going to equip Psycho Shock. Ooh, that is 25 psi points. That is expensive. Okay, let's do some recycling. Let's transfer some of this stuff. I picked up some extra tools that I can recycle. And Carl with a bunch more bits. Okay. Okay, so checking. I think I can also transfer and scrap these flexi foam bolts because one of the things that they've got here is basically a Nerf crossbow. Doesn't do any damage. It's more for just I guess just for making noise or drawing enemies in a direction. But I'd rather just do the sneaky sneak. Okay. Got a Disruptor stun gun. Haven't had a chance to use that yet. Everything else is stuff that is already upgraded. Okay. All the stuff to scrap is transferred over. Let's get some recycling done. Okay, exotic materials recycled. Let's see if I've got enough to make some stuff. Oh, I think I have enough to make 2 neuromods.
Ooh.
Okay. Yep, I am now short on exotic materials, but I'm also going to make some shotgun shells. One extra bit of supply of shotgun shells. It'd be nice if I could upgrade the wrench. Unfortunately, unlike things like the shotgun and the silenced pistol, the wrench cannot be upgraded. Ay, ay, ay. Okay.
Apparently the only way to upgrade wrench is neuromods.
Yeah, and I've already got most of the stuff to upgrade the wrench. I've got the impact calibration 1 and 2, which reduces the stamina cost and increases the damage. The only thing I don't have yet is pulverize, which is a 25% chance to do bonus damage. I've also got the sneak attack 1 and 2, so I do 250% damage to enemies while they're unaware of me. So if I can sneak up behind them with a wrench, curse smack, big damage.
I combos with the glue gun.
Yeah, my only biggest issue with the glue gun is that switching weapons is so slow.
Mm.
Okay, now I believe there were some phantoms who were in here who I can kill and get some more exotic materials, but I couldn't deal with at the time because I had something big and mean and really pissed at me that was trying to hunt me down. There's a bunch of things here now. So now that the big guy is not hunting me anymore, it's time for me to start hunting them. Uh-oh.
Scan complete.
An etheric phantom to boot. On the plus side, etheric phantom research is done.
Available.
Okay, I need something heavy to throw. No, I need leverage 3 for that one. Give me something. Come on, I need something I can pick up and throw. Yay! I got something nice and heavy. I'm gonna throw it at your face. Shit.
Good evening, Talos. As a reminder, all personnel must complete monthly physicals during their stay aboard Talos 1.
Welcome.
Dr. DeVries
Maybe I
promises
can
to
help
make
you.
them as quick and painless as possible.
Come on, I want to. Just want to chuck this at you. Okay, that Psycho Shock definitely helped with that one. Now, as soon as your goo runs out... Okay. Okay, the big threat one is now... or at least the biggest threat one is now done and dusted. The turret is showing up as red. I think 3 might be the threshold for them to see me as an enemy.
an appointment?
Yeah, considering that the turrets are showing a red health bar now, I'm pretty sure that now that I've got 3 powers, these turrets are officially hostile to me.
Ugh.
Hello. Good to see you again, Dr. Yu.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I need these mods in order to better survive on this ship. And when all is said and done, I'm gonna be blowing this ship up with me on it in order to keep the Typhon from infecting the planet and just making a very bad day for humanity as a whole. So, might as well take advantage of their abilities to bring them down. Back up. Plane phantoms are a lot less intimidating because I can knock them down with a fully fully swung up wrench swing and then just smack the crap out of them while they're down on the ground. Especially if I can get a sneak attack. Okay, I think that's the last of them for now, so... Yeah, I'm not gonna go and grab and deploy that turret, or that fresh turret, because it's probably gonna try and just go straight to shooting me. You want to successfully download the map for me now? No, you're still being buggy about that. Well, time to finally head over to the crew quarters. Once again, I get lost in exploring this place.
Mhm.
And, you know, running in terror from a giant monster that's... Oh great, we got a mind jack someone here.
You, I see you. Another puppet. Looking for me with black eggs behind your eyes. Come closer. Yes. A little closer.
What was that?
No.
Stupid puppets. What? You two? You want to come into a kitchen? Good. Come.
Cook's request. Okay, we have a bunch of people here who are mind controlled. You know what? Considering this, I might have to break my break my plan on interspacing things, because with all these mind controlled people here, having Mind Jack would be really useful right about now. And I thanks to those 2 neuromods I was able to make, I have enough to get Mind Jack. But then that also raises the question: is this gonna be all the ones where the guy can sneak up on me? Because, well, technically he did kind of sneak up on me. I just got lucky that I saw him coming. So, okay, honest question: do I risk breaking the thing so I can get Mind Jack, so I can have the option to shut down the people who are currently mind controlled, so I don't have to kill them? At least until I can find whatever's mind controlling them and kill it. Because I got lucky in the Arboretum, because the people who are mind controlling there, they were inside of an area with doors that were closed. So I could get the attention of the thing that was mind controlling them, lure it away from the place, keep them as locked inside, and then go and deal with the thing without having to worry about killing them. Here, I have no idea where what's mind controlling them is, or if it's even in the same area. So it could be immensely beneficial to have Mind Jack unlocked right now, just so I can, you know, shut them down so I don't have to kill them. Choices. Do I take it now?
You're banned tomorrow, right?
Unless you want to take it. Then there's your answer.
I'll pick you up though. Pay your damn.
Right. Let's not argue.
Just so you know, nickname, you're not muted.
I figured I wasn't, but I figured, whatever.
But just just in case.
Yeah, at some points I'll do that. Other points I'm like, yeah.
So yeah, what do you think? Go and get a second Typhon mod, Mind Jack right now, so we can have a better shot at not needing to kill any of the humans here who are currently mind controlled, or stick to the plan of interspacing it.
Yeah, honestly, the mind control doesn't seem like it's weird to say this, but mind control doesn't seem all that bad.
How many? How
the
many
problem
bodies
is
do you
that
have,
they're
huh?
going to attack me if they catch me, and I do not want to kill survivors. Okay.
Why do you obey? You can't fight the beast voice.
Going to have to try and be stealthy then. Okay, recreation center.
Stupid beast. You think you can kill me with them?
Hi, Daddy. Happy birthday. I made you a present, but you'll have to open it when you get home because your company has lame rules. Guess what? I finally trotted with Lita. It was awesome. What else? Oh, Ren peed in one of your cowboy boots. Sorry. I really miss you. Tell Mr. Yu I said kids should be allowed in space. Well, I guess that's all for now. I love you. Mwah.
Oh dear. Kid, I think your father might be, at best, currently mind-controlled, at worst, dead. Ooh, I hope it wasn't on his actual birthday that this whole mess went down. Because that would be one hell of a worst birthday ever type thing.
No, 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 of course not. What makes you think that?
Mostly because, you know, I found a communication from Earth from what sounds like a young daughter wishing her father a happy birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Baskets. Where are you gonna go? Which way are you going to go? What the? Telepathy? Is there a poltergeist in here?
Potentially.
Yes, there is.
Scan complete. More specimens required.
And you killed one of the office workers here. You son of a bitch! Damn it.
Suit integrity damaged.
Good news, I haven't killed any humans. Bad news, this guy, a guy who was mind controlled, got killed by a typhon that happened to be in the room, and well, had area of effect damage.
Yes.
Darn it. I am legitimately trying my best to make sure that no one else has to die unnecessarily. Which may prove challenging to work out, what with my whole objective being blowing up the space station. Well, plus I know that I've got a offensive psi power, I can use it more. Especially considering that Psycho Shock is the one that shuts down the ability to use other psi powers, which is one of the things that's been one of the biggest things causing issues for me. Scanning. No mimics detected. Ooh, I found another character sheet. Okay, let's see what this person was trying to play with his Fatal Fortress. Rosalind Swift. Judging by the art, I'd say we've got a ranger or a rogue here. Got 10 strength, 13 intellect, 18 dexterity, and a 10 in constitution. Oh, I found where everyone is where all these folks were playing their game. Look, I found the GM's table.
Hmm.
Got a access card for Abigail Foy's cabin. Ah, and I think I found the rulebook. Fatal Fortress Game Masters Tome 6th edition. Of course, it doesn't give me the whole thing, but it does give me a little excerpt. Let me see. Excerpt from the 6th edition Fatal Fortress Rulebook. Greetings, Game Master. Fatal Fortress is a world deprived of sunlight. As Game Master, you will guide a troop of stalwart adventurers through glittering caves, crawling with ratmen, into battles against horrors that have slept for centuries, and deep into the secret heart of the Fatal Fortress itself. Unlike other games, Fatal Fortress has no set character classes, instead encouraging players to play their own way by mixing and matching abilities as they are faced with new challenges. This game also features a dramatic magic system where players can create their own spells by drawing and combining runes. Each player will need a character record sheet, a miniature to represent their character on the combat map, a full set of polyhedral dice, and a thirst for danger. Huh. What do you think? Think that sounds like a potentially fun tabletop game system?
Oh, of course.
I mean, it doesn't have. It sounds like it doesn't have set classes, but you can still have your players fall into those certain kind of class niches by taking relevant skills. So if you want, basically want a knight or warrior type character, you take knight or warrior type skills.
Yeah. The thing is, it's based off another game. The real thing is, it's based off another game made by the people. It's an inside joke to their first game, Arc Fatalis.
I still get some fun considering how I've in recent years gotten into tabletop systems.
Oh yeah, I love different tabletop systems.
Yeah, I mean, I still play a lot of that one Fallout system.
Yeah, that crazy one. Who would have thought of it?
And we're both in a game that's based off of Pathfinder First Edition, I think.
I believe so. Yes.
I still have yet to play 5th Edition D&D.
It's not bad.
And there are a few other systems that I wouldn't mind trying. One that one for example, I would love to play in, but I need to try and make sure I get into the mindset of as I was warned, do not get overly attached to your character, because characters in this system die really easy.
Ew.
Yeah. It's basically, no matter how strong you make your character, all it takes is one lucky bullet to kill you.
Oh, trust me, I've seen lots of systems like that.
In this case, Cyberpunk.
Ugh. I mean, I've also heard of some systems that are just designed to be dark and not World of Darkness, just like kicking puppies for Satan.
Yeah, I don't think I want to ever be in a system or at a table that's playing an evil game.
Yeah, I always like to say I wanted to try being an evil character, but I don't think I have it in my heart. Thankfully, no one else is listening to this.
Let's see.
Well, you know what I mean, like Scorpio and all that, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, oh god, they're good. They're not listening. They're not listening.
Yeah, a little note here for this in-game Telltale saying the Ogre's Keep. Remember, blind ogres can call for help with gongs. Try to distract Flagdasterus from using White Gem against Necro. And +1 lock bonus to whoever figures out Ip's riddle. So we got the GM notes. And we got the classic GM screen. Box of pizza. Bag of candy. Ooh, another character sheet. Who's this one? We got Horden Baffle Flagdasterus. That must be the Flagdasterus in the DM's notes. And this looks like it's someone's making a wizard type character. So we got 7 strength, 17 intellect, 14 dexterity, and 11 constitution. The rest is difficult to read. Oh crap! This whole thing went down while they were in the middle of a session, didn't it? Ooh, one more character sheet. This one looks kind of barbarian or rangery, because we've got... Oh, here's Captain Stabfellow. 17...
I like that name.
Yep. 17 strength, 6 intellect, 15 dexterity, 14 constitution. Well, you know what this guy's dump stat was.
Yep.
And a note here by Stabfellow. Oh, a map. A treasure map for Stabfellow. Ooh, and a transcribe.
All right. Elias has...
Stabfellow!
Stabfellow has vanished into the darkness beyond the tower door. The only sign of him is his blood trail. But as you watch, the flagstones seem to drink in the blood, the cracks glistening red.
Oh, Jesus Christ on a stick, Abigail.
Don't be such a baby. We either head through the door...
Well, forget that. It just ate our warrior.
Unless you can handle the entire pack of ratmen, oh spellless wonder, we don't have much choice. Elias? Sorry, Stabfellow?
Captain Stabfellow! Can I answer her?
Hell no!
You hear nothing from the darkness. It has swallowed Stabfellow completely.
All right. Let me light a torch and...
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. Station-wide OS upgrade. Had to hold Bellamy's hand through the whole process. Abby, do you have my character sheet?
You made it. Yes, right here.
Oh, did I pick up some sounds of some romantic tension in there towards the end of that little slice of play?
Probably. I don't have the sound on because I don't like hearing myself, so I can tell you my thoughts.
Yeah, sounds like from that little snippet there. Oh, I just looked up and noticed that they have the world map on the smart glass here. That is pretty sweet. Oh, and they also have a die roller there too. That is awesome. So you can
Look, yeah, it is.
So you can keep your eye on your character sheets and your own stuff down here on the table, and then look up to see where you are on the map, and roll the die up there. So no fudging of the rules there. For maybe all except for the GM, of course. Because every so often the GM apparently needs to fudge the rolls. For example, to save some of their players from what's the term? Terminal stupidity. Because, judging by the fact that apparently Stabfellow was just vanished and swallowed by the darkness, leaving only a trail of blood behind, why do I get the feeling that just a bit prior to all that happening was preceded by the GM saying, "Are you sure you want to do that?" Followed by Stabfellow's player saying, "Oh, heck yeah, I'm gonna do it. Okay, bye-bye." I mean, you can give the classic GM line saying, "Are you sure you want to do this?" Or the cryptic, "You can certainly try." But again, some folks are just
stubborn.
That's one way of putting it. This is pretty neat, though. I mean, the better thing I can think of, which has actually been an idea that's been kind of being thrown around in one of the games I'm in, is potentially seeing if we could find a spot in VR chat where we can bring up the map on a table there in VR chat, so we can be in VR at least sitting at an actual table together.
That would be fun.
Yeah, the trick though is getting it so that that like Roll20 will show up in screen for us all to see and move on. It's definitely an interesting idea. It's just that there are some kinks that need to be worked out. Mimic identified. Yeah, I'm definitely keeping that chipset to identify hidden mimics on, because it helps. It helps a lot.
Error log submitted.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be repairing any of these turrets anytime soon, since they are showing up as red to me. Because I'm pretty sure that the next time I come across an intact turret that is fully operational, it is going to start shooting at me. But seriously, 3 mods is all that you need in order for these things to identify you as being a hostile alien life form. Great. Yeah, I'm gonna have to worry about that now too. Still, that was a fun little aside, just discovering this little tabletop thing. Yeah, shame Orsk isn't here, because then I could pick his mind about what he knows about other types of tabletop systems, ones that I've heard of but not played, that might be potentially worth looking into at some point.
I mean, I know quite a bit of systems. I just don't know which one you'd be interested in, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's the thing though, is finding a system that I'd be interested in.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, believe it or not, I do actually know a thing or two.
Alright. Well, one system I've heard of but never looked into. What can you tell me about Vampire the Masquerade?
I believe it uses the World of Darkness rule set. It's like it's more so based off just like vampires and different covens and stuff like that. Different types of vampires, you know? Just like there's different what you call it? There's different ones you can like there's a werewolf system. There werewolf yeah. Wait a sec. Yeah, I was at, yeah, it is World of Darkness settings.
That is a name that does not ring any bells to me.
Well, they have like a group called like there's also like Mage. You can play as mages in it. Wraith, Changelings. They actually have quite a bit of stuff, if you can't tell. It's that... Usually, from what I've heard, you don't really combine systems much, you know? But you can, but it's usually best to just stick with a group of, like, 1 people, because imagine vampires and werewolves don't always... yeah. Any other systems?
Let me I'm trying to think. Most of the different systems I probably heard of being mentioned in, like, RPG horror stories.
Ew.
Yeah, there's one particular reader that I have been listening to on the regular in recent times since I discovered them, because for one, I kind of like their...
How do they do?
Yeah, because I mean, for one, they got a good voice for reading, and their whole shtick is just, I like it. I like it, especially since it's a YouTuber who goes by the moniker D&D Doge.
I like that name.
kit. Anti-red farm fabrication plan.
Requesting new operator.
One medical operator. On the ready for should I need it.
TranStar Pyramid 490.
Having them there is going to be handy. At the moment, I'm just kind of blanking on other systems.
Well, if you can think of some, I'll tell you if I know about them.
Okay, I got the map for this area now. Oh, hey, they got a pool.
I got the container set up. This is pretty weird, Quentin. I know, but if we... I don't want to know. I'm doing this as a favor, that's all.
Cargo container 3232. It's on the other side of Cargo Bay B, next to the utility tunnel.
When I was head chef at the Space Institute, no one asked me to conceal food in a cargo container.
Just go easy on the ill, alright?
Whistleblower. Mailroom. I do have rank 2 hacking. I can potentially get this. Got it. Okay. Ooh, shotgun shells. Yes, please. And a weapon upgrade kit. Ooh, 3 neuromods. I already know how to fabricate a med kit, but great that they got multiple spots around where they put all these plans. Yay, I got some more shotgun shells now, some more neuromods, which means, let me check my neuromod account, 1 more and then I can go and get leverage 3. Yay! Okay. Map. Let's see. There's power kiosk there, which could potentially mean another shocky. Map. Okay, there are 3 mind-controlled people in the cafeteria. Heading left will take me towards the pool and the various crew cabins. So first, let's head upstairs. Of course you run further inside, you bastard. Okay, one mimic down. Check the map. Okay. So I had finished the area out here first, because there's a few spots here I can get to. Including Mike Turner with a fresh wrench.
Hmm. I don't know why, that just gives me the same vibe. And here they come with the steel chair!
That Titan was named. So that used to be Regina Sellers. And that almost killed me. And they should also finally use a Psi-Hypo. Finally got a chance to use one of those Psi-Hypos, because now I've got Psi abilities that I can actually use to consume my Psi energy. So we have authorized personnel beyond this door. Some disruptor batteries, a note. Okay, we have a code now. Heading up to the executive suites to fix the cooling system there. The code's the grass shaft. Ooh, I think this might be the code to get up to the where Alex's office is. Aha!
Nice.
If that is indeed the case, that is the code, then we are in business. Okay. That turned out quite well. And now back to the sneaky. Another mimic. Ooh, I managed to sneak up on the mimic that time. Yeah, I suppose that is one of the things about mimics when they're in disguises. It's hard to tell where their front and back is. Especially when the item that they are is tipped over. Or they're disguising themselves as a rounded object. Yeah, with something like that, how do you know what side is their front and which is their back for you to try and sneak around and not be caught by them when you're trying to sneak up for a wrench to the back of the head?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yes, that's one of the first times I can think of I actually managed to sneak up on a disguised mimic.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I'm gonna play the drums. You can't let me mash it and actually play the drums. You have to do one little tink, 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 tink at a time.
Apparently.
Lame.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, you're not gonna let me play the drums. You can at least let me go to town on them. I can't. What kind of a song goes dunk, 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 dunk? The whole point of drums is to keep the rhythm. There aren't any kind of songs that out there that I know of, at the very least, that keeps such a slow beat. I mean, even the slowest songs are faster than that. And some of them require you to, you know, rap-a-tap-tap on more than one drum at a time. Not just dunk, 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 dunk. That's a bit of a letdown there. Same for the bass. Oh, a guitar. That's something you don't see too often, or at least that I don't see too often. Okay, we got the bass, we got the drum, we got a guitar for some synth. I don't see lead guitar though. Huh. Still, minorly let down by the whole you're not gonna let me jam out. Ooh, maintenance panel. Check the map. I'm gonna do a little save here. So I need to find a key card for the Yellow Tulip supply closet, huh? I wonder if this maintenance access panel can gonna let me go inside the panel?
I'll think about it.
There we go. That worked. Where'd you run off? Oh, there you are. At least now I got lights in here finally.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, and there's the Yellow Tulips supply closet. I might not have found that without the light, having the lights on. Ooh, now I can see it clearly. And I'll take the bourbon, thank you. And the duck beer. And the vine. So this place looks like it could have been pretty nice before things kind of went to hell.
Welcome, everyone. We've made an amazing achievement. As of 12 hours ago, we have broken the 8,000 Euromod mark. 8,000 Euromods. Sharing skills, abilities, improving the quality of life. And you are to be congratulated. You are the ones who made this all possible. And congratulations to my dear sister, Morgan, who was left for Earthside to assist in marketing efforts with the TranStar Board of Directors. So, let us toast to TranStar, to the Neuromart, and the future. But what is success if it can't be shared? Let me introduce a few of our employees, none of which had any musical talents until yesterday, except Chief Show, who I'm told has a lovely singing voice. Sky, Danielle, whenever you ladies are ready.
So you told everyone I went Earthside to help with marketing. Thanks, bro.
So fast, sailing ships, the outer rim, the innocence, lovely air, windy breeze come.
Suit integrity attached.
Ow! That was a trap! That listening to the song just summoned a boatload of deadly typhon.
You know, that gave me the same vibe of a deadly neurotoxin.
I was just trying to listen to the music, which was kind of on the loud side, so I had to turn it down in my headset. Okay, so it's not put me that far back, just shy of me looting the bar, taking all their alcohol. Not like there's anyone in the immediate area that's alive and not my control that can enjoy it.
Man, your alcohol problems continue.
Shush.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Oh, jeez. These two guys, these two folks here, they realized what was happening. They realized that the life pods were purposefully shut down. They saw that the Typhon were invading, and they decided to end it on their own terms. They locked themselves in the supply closet and, well... that's never a pleasant thing to stumble upon. At least now I know there is an ambush coming. So now I can make some preparations. Some ambient sounds, huh?
Welcome, everyone.
Toast again.
You've made an amazing achievement. As of 12 hours ago, we have broken the 8,000 Euromod mark. 8,000 Euromods.
So fast, the sailing ships, the outer rim, innocence, the lovely air, the wind it breathes to come.
Sound altitude committed.
managed to survive that. And get some more research and take one of them down while I was at it. I wonder if I play it again, if it'll get the other one to come back, or if it'll spawn two of them again. One way to find out.
So fast, the sailing ships, the outer rim, the innocence, the lovely air, the wind it breathes to come. When do you follow? Where do you lead? With the blood clean hands, the fire to feed, like the signs of cosmic crush of the eyes. It's just better in blood, like the shirt's old sun. When
Okay, looks like that's
do you follow? Where do you lead? With the blood clean hands, the fire to feed, like the signs of the cosmic crush of the eyes. It's just better in blood, like the shirt's old sun.
okay. That's that. Alright, at least I got some research done off of that. So all that's left on this floor that I can access from this location is the theater. Great. Cystoid nests in the theaters. Oh, this is like an actual theater, not one of those, not one of those little smart glass things. And pick up your chairs once you're done watching a movie. Joys of exploration. A movie from TranStar Cinema Series, transgressions. A fitting title considering all the bullcrap you've pulled so far, brother.
So, I found your sticky note. The one under the desk with your password.
Wait, you were under my desk?
Look, you need to keep your password safe, alright? I'm watching out for you because I love you.
You love me?
I love you enough to crawl under your desk. I totally wasn't looking for the pen I dropped.
Flatterer.
You know what? I'm thinking we're getting to a point where we can, we should probably wrap up for the night, because we've been going for over 3 hours now. Yeah, gotta admit, this is a game that seems to have a knack for getting me sucked into exploring. Now, before we go to the end of the wrap-up stuff, let's see if there's anyone currently streaming that we can drop a raid on. I do believe I am spying a corgi, so let's see if they're open for a raid. Because I wasn't able to raid them last time I tried to. But then again, it looked like they were playing one of those horror games where they had set up to where chat notifications could be heard by the monster in game. So, if chat decided they wanted to be particularly troublesome or trolly, they could drop bit notifications, things like that, other things that make a lot of noise in order to get the corgi killed.
Yep, I remember.
I don't think I have that as active enough a chat for something like that to be that viable for me. But yeah, one of the things to consider for the future. Well, if all goes according to plan, the next scheduled stream should be for the Variety Wednesday.
Wacky Wednesday!
You're not gonna let that go, are you?
No, I am not.
Not sure what I'm going to be playing, because I think Wacky is a bit of a misnomer, because it's a variety day, which means I can play something I could play something wacky if I'm feeling it that day, or I could play something rather serious, and it's going to rip my freaking heart out. So
I mean, I can give you a lot of those if you want.
We shall see.
Look, I may be as people call a beam, but that doesn't mean I can't have an evil streak.
I mean, I know, I've got a bit of an evil streak. I've very limited aspect, but I have run as a DM before. I mean, I've only done 2 little events, and technically speaking, I still need to wrap up that second event. I see one of my weaknesses right now is
ending.
Yeah, because once you get past the climax and things are starting to wrap up, especially since that particular RP in general is kind of still on hiatus. It was just me doing a little event, just try and inject a little life into it. Once it got past to the climax and everyone started returning back, I still can't figure out a good way to properly wrap it up, at least not without working with the big GM, the one who's in charge of everything, in order to potentially have it continue on. Because I don't know where to go from that beyond, because everything I want to get done is done.
So, that's fair.
Worst case scenario, the only thing I could think of is to just say, just come forward, say I'm sorry that this has drifted out so long. I've been really struggling with figuring out how to end this, so if it's alright with everyone, because basically you've done everything that needs to be done, and until this this thing in general gets more active again, there's not much else that we can do, so just going to assign experience and put together a finalized loot list, minus things that they've already claimed partway through the adventure, and then call that one done, and wait until I get my next bout of inspiration for another potential event. It's been kind of bugging me that it's been drifting as long as it has, because I am just apparently really bad at ending these things. Criminally. Yeah, I'm not far from perfect.
Same.
But, okay. But we can cross over that in due time. Because...
Yeah,
I think the only thing... Because that's another thing I've been kind of struggling with is... One thing I've been tempted to want to do, I've been kind of having in the... kind of boiling on the back burner for a few years now, is an idea I've had for a kind of a little mini one-shot micro campaign for something I want to do to try my first hand at GMing proper thing. But I've been having a hard time just with... for starters, I'm just having a hard time just figuring out the maps and how to do this, because I have lofty ideas of what I would like to do, but actually practically figuring out maps for these things, because I need to get resources with tokens for NPCs, tokens for the player characters once I've got things prepared enough, because I'm not about to ask people to play until I'm basically all but ready to go. So that means I need to get the maps for everything done, I need to get the tokens for all the NPCs ready to go, I need to get the maps set up, because one of the things I'd like to try and do is experiment with a tabletop simulator called Foundry.
Oh, trust me, I know what that is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because what I've seen, Foundry looks actually pretty good.
It is.
And can do things that Roll20 currently can't. Or at the very least, can't do efficiently.
Correct. Like I said, me and Freaky...
Yeah, Freak Sheet was the one who introduced me to it.
Well, yeah, in a campaign I am with him, we use it. That's why as soon as you said that, I'm like, I know what that is.
But, yeah. Yeah, and in addition to just getting the tokens done for all the NPCs, getting the maps done, I'd also need to actually be able to have enough spare coinage to go and commission some artists to help me create some custom art, because I have some custom enemy types that I'm looking to develop and partially use this little mini campaign as sort of a pre-alpha test, as you would to give an equivalent. basically,
I mean, I'm not the best, but I can give you a little hand.
that might be nice. Cause
Like I said, remember, I did help you design Everflame and all that.
Yeah.
Lucky.
Yeah, lucky.
Yeah, like I said.
Yeah, but the art is probably the relatively easiest thing because it's just getting some basic, some really bare bones basic art made for the purposes of tokens. More detailed stuff could be saved for later once things are more further fleshed out. I mean,
Yep.
heck, the thing I'm most worried about is going and statting out these custom enemy types. How to make sure that they're balanced so they can be a threat to the players, but something that they can still realistically have a chance to beat. Because I'm basically looking to have this be a level 10 adventure, because I figure level 10 is far enough in the leveling system to where they can be spec'd out, to where they can actually be good at doing things and have a chance to diversify their skills a little. Without them just having the whole, I can't do crap right because I'm at level 1 and only have so many stat points to assign. Because in the last 2 events I've run, that's one thing that I've been having a lot of difficulty with, is balancing the combat. Because the first one, the combat was way too easy, and when I got to the final boss of the encounter, I had to fudge some things to extend it because I grossly underestimated how much damage certain players were capable of dishing out.
Oh yeah, like if it's like in the one with the, what you call it, the one currently dead, that's because my character was built to say, fuck your armor.
Yeah, the second one, I tried a few other things. I tried to make the enemies at a higher level, but at the same time, I also held back from making their levels too high because there was a bit of a level variance between the players in the party. So if I made them strong, enough to where the strongest players would be having a challenge, the weakest players would be kind of up the creek. Because in that thing, I am not looking to TPK or kill anyone's characters.
That's fair.
Though, granted, if they do something stupid that has consequences, I can do my best to try and mitigate that, but I can only do so much. I mean, heck.
It's just you fucked around and you found out.
Yeah. I mean, heck, that's one of the things I did. It did is that one of the players has in that second event I ran, one of the same ones that just did so much decimating damage to my boss the first time that I had to subtly fluff him up a little bit in order to make him actually last long enough to get a few attacks in to make it so everyone could have a chance to do some stuff, and in the process ended up almost killing him, which, from what I've been told, as long as they survive, they can make it a little bit more interesting, because that they managed to pull through out of a scary close encounter. But yeah, when that happened, I was afraid. Oh fuck! I'm gonna kill his character. Oh crap! Thankfully, didn't die. And thankfully, I also had a convenient hole there for them to push him into. So, because that character had one of those blood rage time things where they get below a certain health threshold and they go ballistic. So, thankfully, that worked out. But this one player character has a bit of a proficiency for fire. If they ever end up watching this, they'll know who they are. So to try and mitigate them, to kind of counter them a little bit, I did two things. One, I made the final encounter area just a tinderbox. If they tried to use any fire, everything would go up in flames, and, well, like you say, you fuck around, you find out. And two, I tried to hit them with a boss that was similarly built, that was meant to be tough enough, that would give them a good fight. And of course, you can never truly prepare for the players. They found an easy disarming button, quite literally, that I didn't think of, which in its own way ended up trivializing that fight a little bit. But at the same time, the rest of the fight still had a lot of damage going out, so overall it ultimately went well, and I think I handled it a bit better than that first one.
Yeah, like I said, you've been doing good.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
So, yeah, hopefully with a party that's all at the same level, which means I can more comfortably pump up the level and the lethality of the enemies that they'll be fighting against, and have it be consistent, because the players will all be at a consistent level. Yeah. I want to say more, but since we're still on stream, I don't want to overplay my hand for those custom enemy types that I'm that I'm trying to figure out how to stat. But perhaps if I can ever really get this all put together and get this done to where I feel like I'm ready to actually give this a try, and I hope I can handle it well, because one of the things I'm also worried about as a GM is that if any of the players can get potentially confrontational, because I don't really handle that too well. So I may have to pick my players carefully, especially making sure they understand that this is my first time doing this full on. So to basically, please bear with me. I'm gonna try to do my best to give you guys an adventure, a story that you guys are a part of. Because that's another thing I'm worried about, is part of this is me wanting to tell a story with the other player characters. So one of the things I'm going to have to potentially use is have one of the major NPCs also potentially serve as a DMPC to try and make sure things try and stay somewhat on the rails, because while I understand that railroading can be a bit of an issue in a long time campaign, but for like one-shots and micro campaigns, railroading is in its own way kind of important, because it is meant to be a one-shot. You're meant to follow along the story, versus a full-on campaign where there is a lot more room for exploration. But that is one thing I am concerned about. Well, one of many things that I'm concerned about with trying to get this done and working. Then there's also the question of how many players to invite to this. Because depending on how many players, that could affect what kind of the strength of the enemies I need, how much I need to tune in the lethality of encounters, because I'm basically trying to do a couple of things like this. Like, for example, one scene is a potential stealth type area where you're gonna have to sneak into an enemy encampment to rescue a VIP that's been taken captive. So, trying to give it so there are options for you to sneak in, liberate the VIP, and sneak out effectively. You could go in guns blazing, but that's going to potentially lead to a consumption of your limited resources for healing items, ammunition, especially since there's going to be things that are going to end up in combat later in the scenes. Since this is a Fallout themed game, one of the scenes I want to do is to have it try and encapsulate the classic Fallout experience of being able to explore and use your non-combat abilities to try to find the optimal way through the map, and potentially give yourself extra advantages in combat versus just plowing through it.
No, I get you.
Of course, whether or not they can actually do that will depend on the skills of the player characters in question. Like if, for example, I've got no one who knows how to lockpick, no one who knows how to hack, and they aren't exactly super sneaky, that's going to make some of those other options more difficult to pursue.
True. And again, I say, easy way to get through lockpick? Hammer.
I'm going to have to figure out health and DT for locks, aren't I?
Probably.
I mean, assuming that it's like a wooden door and lock, but maybe more advanced high-tech locks, those might need a little something more.
I might want to play the other one where I can just, a character I've done before, we'll just steal the door.
Oh, some sweet and merciful. Oh.
I'm not joking. I actually did do that in the campaign from the night before. We just stole the door.
Oh my goodness.
And the thing is, my character had a thing like a few stuff in the DM try to get us to, like, you can't have the door. It's like, break the door. It's like adamantium. Well, we take it off the hinges. Like, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's one more thing that's in my considerations for... Because one of the things I've definitely picked up on is that if I get too railroady, it's just going to be me just basically trying to write a story with... I'd be better off writing a story instead of asking people to play with it. So one of the main things I'm trying to keep in my mindset for developing this is that I have certain major plot points that I want to hit, that I need to get the players from points A to B, C, D, etc., etc.
Fair.
Hence why having one of the VIPs kind of also serve as a kind of sort of DMPC to try and make sure that certain things that are kind of important or can help with world building can still be discovered, just in case things don't. Because I'd like to try. Again, this is me with my lofty expectations. I don't know if I'm going to actually be able to pull this off. Is to try and, especially on that one section where it's the exploring to try and see what you can find, is I want to be able to reward exploration. Like get
I'm sure you can.
Little snippets of lore here and there, things that, like, again, potential finding weapons, more healing items, or even opportunities to make fights inside the area easier on you.
I'm sure you'll do fine.
And then, of course, there's going to be the one that's going to be just a straight-up kind of multi-wave boss fight against that custom enemy type I'm looking to make.
Fair.
Yeah. So there are going to be places where combat is an option, and at least one where combat is guaranteed.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because that's one thing I've been trying to do with these events that I've been GMing is try and create boss fight encounters. Trying to take some of the things that can resemble mechanics that I've come across and experienced in boss fights in other mediums and translate them over into a tabletop environment. The first thing was me trying to experiment with a multi-stage boss fight that had multiple phases, with me using HP percentage as a trigger point. That execution went horribly. By and far, a large part due to just the insane amounts of damage that some of the players were able to do that I had no idea I was not able to prepare for. Second one, I tried to introduce have just two bosses which could that attacked when the party was split, and some ads that could also add to the chaos. That one I think went better.
It did. It was fun.
Yeah, this next one I'm looking for another thing of a wave-based boss battle.
Ooh. Yeah.
But beyond that, I think that is stuff I should save for after I get to where I get to the point where I feel like I'm ready to do it, and if all the players are okay with it, maybe I can even try to set up streaming it. Because that would be nice to have a archive of my first ever full-on GMing tabletop session. Something that I could that if it goes well and I try doing more GMing in the future, I can always look back on it and enjoy where I got started, but also cringe at it incredibly because hopefully I'll be in a better place, a more experienced place if I end up looking back at it. Because if you look back at your old work and you cringe at it, that's basically a sign that you've improved, that you've gotten better. But with all that said, I've started just rambling again, and we've gone even longer. So
that's true. You never even.
I guess I got carried away there.
Oh no, that's fine. You needed it. I don't mind letting you talk.
Yeah, and besides, it's nice. Because one thing I noticed is also nice with a lot of streamers that I follow is just when you're done playing the game, just sitting and talking with. Well, my chat is generally pretty small, so not too much chat that I can talk with, but talking with those who might be there, who might be listening, and for those in the call, and you being in the call and in the chat is cheating.
Maybe.
But yeah. So for now, I'm going to see if we can successfully raid the Corgi this time, because it looks like he's doing this thing called Marbles on Stream. It looks.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it looks fun. It's just that, well, I feel I need more people in chat in order for that to be a viable thing. That seems like a kind of thing that's more viable when you have more people playing.
It's fair. No, I agree.
So if I ever get enough people people watching, maybe I can give that a try. But for now, it's still fun to watch. So
Oh, no, I agree.
So, thank you once again, everyone who came by. Thank you, Nickname, for joining the call. It's much appreciated. Thank you.
Happy to help.
Yep. Thank you to Carl for all the bits and the gift subs. And thank you to everyone who came by to watch the stream. I hope you all had a wonderful time. We shall see what the next variety stream ends up being, and
Wacky Wednesday.
And after that, depending on how things look with the clan, we will. There's a good chance we could have. It's probably gonna take a big chunk out of my bandwidth for the month, because it's gonna be a long stream of me double streaming to do it on PC. But could have a bit of me with doing a world first attempt at the new reprised raid in Destiny, Crota's End. Whether I'll do the whole thing or just go for a while and just end up wrapping it and continuing on off stream, letting you guys know how it ultimately went, because because remember, to stream Destiny on my I have to use a streaming software where I stream the game from a simulated desktop because I run on Potato. So streaming that plus streaming the streamed game takes a pretty large chunk out of my bandwidth, and I only have so much a month of that. Yeah, turns out my internet provider doesn't necessarily have unlimited bandwidth. They just have a lot of it until you reach a certain threshold. Then you gotta pay extra for every little bit you go over, up to a maximum. So that's why, without having a beefier PC or a capture card, which I am trying to work on getting, so I can use my console to play and stream things like Destiny. Because I would like to be able to play that more on stream because I enjoy it, but not at the expense of jacking up my internet bill.
That's fair.
But we shall see how things develop. It's going to again depend on a number of factors. But for now, we can look forward to the variety stream, and until then, you all take care now. Bye bye. Okay, looks like the settings are set to for no rating there, so just gonna have to end the stream with that, because not much else that's currently running that I feel super comfortable dropping a raid on. Hold on, let me double check, see if there's anyone else. Horomancy is going, so we can go and raid her.
Cool.
Yep. That is something I have very recently discovered, because apparently you can have raid settings set to where you can't be raided. Or rather, that you don't want to be raided.
Raid!
Okay, make sure I've got her name spelt right, because she has changed it a little recently. Looks like she's playing League of Legends based on the tab she's got going. So, y'all have fun now. Yay! The raid is going through.
Yay!
Bye now, everyone. And here we go.